This is my brother LJ, and at 17 years old, standing at around 5'9", he weighs about 200 pounds. And for the next 90 days, my goal was to get him in the best shape I could with calisthenics. Do you have a target weight range that you want to be at?
Around like 160 to 170 would be good.
Here's what happened. He would be training 4 to 5 days a week, rotating between push, pull, core, and leg routines, and would be doing everything in the 8 to 12 rep range in order to build hypertrophy. Normally, most people training calisthenics don't have dedicated core workouts since the core is used for all compound movements. And he is athletic since he's ran track and has done some combat sports. But I'd still consider him a beginner in bodyweight training, and having core workouts will also train other muscles that are commonly overlooked, such as the hip flexors. Day 1 was a pull day, and by the end, he tore his hand and began developing calluses.
Yeah, get the progress, baby.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, that burns.
What'd you do to get that?
Just doing dead hangs and pull-ups and rows. Only day 1, man. Got 89 more days after this. 89 more days. And even after the 89 days, we gonna still keep working.
Just finished leg day.
Yep, first leg day.
That was like the whole workout right there. Like push, pull,
Yeah.
core, and the legs.
Yeah,
How'd that feel?
felt great. Although I don't know which day was like the hardest, honestly.
Well, you had the callus from doing the pull-ups.
Yeah, it's healed though. Or that one's healed. This one, you can still kind of tell a little bit, but I don't know which day was like the toughest. Probably the pull day.
Which
Yeah.
one was the easiest?
I'd probably say the core.
So we got to make that one harder.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess so.
And what day is this?
Is it day 5?
It's day, yeah, it's day 5.
Okay.
Day 5.
Yeah, day 5.
5 days down, 85 more to go.
Yep.
In the first week, I assessed his strength so that I could program his training in a way that would help him progress to doing all the fundamentals at an adequate rep range with good form and control. Push-ups, pull-ups, dips, and squats. As time went on, I would add changes to his programming as I saw improvements in his strength, control, and overall athleticism as a calisthenics athlete.
Definitely feel better overall though. Like,
What do you mean?
obviously before I mentioned I had like more energy, but I feel like my strength is definitely getting better. Like as far as like repping like the sets out, I'm pretty good at like pacing myself. I'm getting better at pacing myself. Overall, I just feel better. And this is what, day 13? 77 more days.
You see any results yet?
A little bit in my arms, yeah.
A little bit in the arm.
Yeah.
That's
But,
the most motivating, man.
yeah.
I know for me, when I started seeing them results, bro, like that was it. I can't leave it alone. I'm 36. I can't leave it alone.
Yeah.
You feel me? When you start seeing them results,
You don't look 36. You look.
tell
you
me
look
about it.
49.
Tell me about it. I'm a school teacher. My students tell me that all the time. I do this purposely, man, for real, for real. Like, so lock in on it, for real.
Yeah.
For real.
Day 28, LJ's in the cut right there.
Hey.
Sometimes during these 90 days, there's active rest days where we're not doing a workout necessarily, but sometimes we walk, sometimes we run, sometimes he jump ropes, and other times he just hikes up mountains. And that's what we did today. Peep this view, man. The inclines definitely wore him out. This was only a 2-mile hike, so it wasn't anything crazy, but we're definitely gonna implement more of this. It's looking good. Got some nice views to enjoy that hard work, and we're just gonna stick with it. So yeah, y'all stay tuned for the rest of his journey. After 30 days of training, I started to implement progressive overload into his programming. In strength training, this is as simple as adding more weight. In calisthenics, however, this looks like adding some variation to the fundamentals. For LJ, this meant doing different push-up variations, as his chest was one of the muscle groups he wanted to develop the most.
I don't want to say it just out of just straight up, but you do look a little thinner. I'm not gonna lie.
I appreciate
You
it.
look like you can slim it up some.
I appreciate it.
But I didn't want to gas you up like that. You know, keep on it. You got it.
Thank you.
After 2 months of consistent training, LJ developed enough strength to shift our focus for the last month to endurance. Most of his workouts consisted of AMRAPs. His programming was changed to a push, pull, and leg split to make room for some other priorities to his training: flexibility and cardio. Jefferson curls were the main movement for his flexibility, as he couldn't touch his toes. And he was doing more running, both of these being done during leg day. A few training sessions later, and he was able to touch his toes. We also spent time training calisthenics skills, and he was soon able to hold both a frog stand and a tuck L-sit. LJ had received much positive feedback on his physique from friends and family. It was clear that at this point he developed some gains in strength, balance, and flexibility, but the final step was bringing his body weight down. Two more. Come on.
Oof. Yeah, I feel it in like my back and my arms, yeah. I feel like I could have came up on that 8th one. Was it the 8th or 9th? I don't remember. Yeah. Way better than the start. I couldn't even I can only do like 2?
2 or 3, yeah? Something like that.
Oof. Before that I did 10, but yeah.
He's a beast. It's day 81. How do you feel?
Feel great. Feel very good.
Why do you feel so great?
I don't know. It's well, there's been a lot of changes, mainly outside of like physical stuff, like not even just physical, like mental, and, like my mood and everything. It's just everything is just like gone up, a lot happier. I feel a lot better, and I'm a lot stronger. Get into like, you know, short-term goals. I'm getting there, but yeah, it's a lot better.
So we just finished the 90-day challenge with LJ. I got him right here with me. It's been a couple of days since his last workout. And training calisthenics for 90 days, how does it feel?
Feels great. Mentally, physically, like every aspect has improved like drastically. Met a ton of people, learned a bunch of things. There's a bunch of cool things. Yes, it's been cool.
Can you get a little more specific about the mental aspect?
I would say beforehand, I wasn't really like happy with myself, or like I was down a lot of the time. But like as we were going on in like the 90 days, I said I seen like a mood change. Like I was a lot happier. And I even noticed in my like confidence, like I've gotten more confident in myself, even when I like look in the mirror.
How do you feel when you look in the mirror now?
I wouldn't say I feel like a new person, but definitely feel a lot better. Like I've definitely like improved. You know, just saying, like, I just say that I'm proud of myself because I did something like this. I know before I would just tend to give up a lot, so yeah.
I think me being out there with you to help push and motivate you, and I think you meeting my friends and people in the community really helped to keep you motivated and to keep you training on those days where it may not seem that easy, or maybe a day where you just don't feel like doing it.
Yeah.
I know you've gotten some feedback from some people. What have people talked about when they see you?
They say that I look slimmer. They say like my shoulders look different, like my face looks slimmer and everything. Those are like the main 3 things that I've heard from people.
How do you feel about that? Do you see it too? Because I know it might be harder because you see yourself every day, but you see the same things that other people have been saying?
Yeah, I do. Or those specific 2 things, yeah. I see a change in my shoulders. I feel like I look a bit slimmer, yeah. My face, I feel like it also looks slimmer.
Okay, so the one thing that wasn't really shown or talked about a lot in your 90 days was your diet. Can you talk a little bit about how dieting's been for you?
At first, it was like really hard, like trying to like shift. Like it was like, cause I was basically just sticking at the same weight. And especially because like, yeah, I can't tell whether you put on muscle or you just like, you need to change your eating. So it was just like the same thing for a few weeks. Then after like I got like the fats and stuff down, getting down like what I actually need to eat, it was a lot easier to cut weight. I haven't lost like a whole like bunch of weight, but I lost a pretty good amount, I'd say.
Well, speaking of that, we can get your weight now. Let's see where you're at.
Come on. Now I'm 193.
93? What's the lowest you've been at?
Like 186.
We started off at about 200 pounds. I think you were at 199, and the lowest you got was around 186, so roughly 15 pounds or so.
Yeah.
But at the same time, doing calisthenics, you build a lot of muscle
Yeah.
and a lot of strength. So a lot of that weight is muscle, especially people talk about your shoulders. You've definitely gotten broader shoulders, and I would say that your chest has also been developing too. So I think it can be easy to get lost, especially like in the world of social media, of trying to have like a perfect image and a perfect body.
Yeah.
And even though you did have some progress in 90 days, I think your target weight was 160 to 170.
Yeah.
So even though you didn't meet that right now, I think you're like still on the way,
Yeah.
and you've developed a lot of consistency and a lot of good habits that'll put you to your goal.
Yeah.
Last thing, so we did 90 days of calisthenics, and I think you've said you've kind of enjoyed it.
Mhm.
Would you want to do 90 more and just keep the process going?
Oh yeah, for sure. I want to go to like, I really can't, really, but I just want to stick to it. Like, just I'm thinking like years in advance. Like
Years.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely gonna keep sticking to it for sure.
All right, well, there you have it, everybody. LJ, he's lost some weight. More importantly, he's starting to work out consistently, and he's developing the habits to have his dream physique. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed LJ's story. This is not the last that you're going to see from him. This will be an ongoing thing. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and follow him on Instagram too. I'll be posting some stories and some updates of some of his workout milestones and his overall progress, some stuff that you won't see on YouTube. Hope you guys enjoy it, man. Don't forget to like the video on your way out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.